It's 2025 and the US is on fire. Let's talk about new beauty products. Hi, I'm Makeup Marie from Miami. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome, yay. Today we're talking about new and new to me beauty products. We're talking Natasha Denona, we're talking Rare Beauty, and we're talking Made by Mitchell. Let's get real. If you're a beauty lover, as I am, you want to spend your money on products that you're gonna love, not that you're gonna kind of like and it's gonna sit on the shelf and you're not gonna use it. So that's why I'm trying to get you some information so you can decide whether it's worth purchasing. So what's on my face? I hadn't planned on talking about the Patrick Ta foundation that I'm wearing. That's why I didn't put it on camera. But since I did, I thought I'd mention it because it's not really even that new anymore because I've just been testing it so much. Here it is. And it's in the color 13 Olive. And that's my favorite part of the foundation is the color. The color is amazing. I think that if you have dry skin, you probably will be okay with this foundation. It's just a little fussy. I don't usually wear powder over my foundation, but with this one, I do. Well, I can't take it out because it'll make a mess, but this is what happened to the packaging, which is a no-no if you're spending that much money. But, you know, things happen. And so I powdered it with the previous formula of the Givenchy powder in Satin Blanc. I have a correction. I'm not pleased with the look of this foundation. You'll see in the footage that under the bright lights, it exacerbated my skin imperfections. Boo. But let's talk about one of the stars for today's video, which is the, let me close it before I make a real mess, Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Contour. It's $28 and this is in the color Gentle Fair, which is a cool taupe. I was a little afraid about the cool taupe, but then I realized that once you blend it out a little bit, it actually isn't as gray as it looks on the bottle. But I'll do some swatches so you can see. The next thing is the packaging. Way too much comes out for me anyway. So I use one little dot and that's plenty. I'll just do a little swatch here, do one little dot, and then I'll blend it out so you can see that it starts to look less gray as you blend it out. But just for comparisons, I'm gonna blend it next to the Westman Atelier in Biscuit, which I think is pretty close. But it's a stick, of course. But I think that the Westman Atelier is definitely warmer. I also brought out my Makeup by Mario in the color Light Medium. And I gotta shake it, and since it's a liquid, also to use one little drop. Okay, and then just do, and that one, that's probably way too much product, but that's very, very warm and deeper than the other colors. I also have Charlotte Tilbury, the previous one, in a fair medium. Gosh, it is really dark. Oh no, that's because I don't like the packaging at all for, let me put in, okay. So that messy swatch is the Charlotte Tilbury. My issue with this one, with the Charlotte Tilbury, is it would basically blend out to nothing. That's why I had trouble with that. And the dupe for that one is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand Contour, which is really a really nice product. And this is in Fairlight. Same packaging, but for some reason, they get it better than the Charlotte Tilbury. And that is definitely a true contour. But it just goes out really nicely. And then last but not least is the Persona in Mojave, and this is definitely the warmest and the fairest of them all. I'll just put that maybe at the bottom. You see that we have Rare Beauty, Westman Atelier, Mario, Charlotte Tilbury, e.l.f., and here is Persona. Okay, so let's put some stuff on my face. Okay, let's do one dot of the Rare Beauty on this side and the Westman Atelier on this side, just because I think the Westman Atelier was the most similar color. So we'll do one dot. The Rare Beauty blush brush, which is very, very soft and very, very wonderful. So let's do it. And I went straight in my face, which I shouldn't have. But I think that this formula is more forgiving than her blushes. Her blush I would never put directly on my face because it's, I think, a little bit trickier to use. I'm going to put some on my hand to put it in different areas. But I think if you want a really gray, like sharp contour, this may not be the product for you. So then, with a clean Rare Beauty blush, let's put some Westman Atelier. It just doesn't move as much, and it's definitely lighter, more natural, because that is the Westman Atelier mantra, is natural, clean beauty. I think they're clean, which is a marketing term. Now I'm going to go in my fingers because I don't think you can see it because of the lights. So I'm going to put a little bit more on, and so you can get the impact, hopefully. Hope that's better. For you eagle eyes that noticed the caption that said foreshadowing, this is how I also blended out the product so I didn't see it, just like I mentioned with the Charlotte Tilbury. It's on me. Now the Westman Atelier with fingers. Next is the Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt Eyeshadow Palette. It retails for $27. It is a mini. Watch out for minis. You have to be strategic because oftentimes it's not worth you paying too much for the amount that you're getting, and you're better off just buying the full size. They're beautiful colors. I love them. I love that there's a really pale beige in here. I actually prefer white, but I think that that's so necessary when it comes to these palettes, so you can have a one and done. I'm going to compare it to the Surratt, what is this called? Beyond Beige palette, which Surratt is a very popular brand. This is obviously full size. The cost comparison isn't really fair, but it's a standard brown palette, sculpture palette, which I enjoy. So let's try it out. What I like to do is use the lightest color on top of the whole eye, just as a base. I used the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. My friends, the struggle is real. This is also where I think I failed. This primer did not suit me well, and you will see why I say that very soon. It's a nice eyeshadow base. Okay, so that's beautiful. Like, I love how that went on. I mean, that is a joy. this one, and I'm a little afraid. I'm just gonna dab it in and just go right here. Except for that one fiasco, they blended quite well. Okay, so another voiceover because my camera decides to fall asleep occasionally and not record audio. I'm doing the same procedure with the Surratt palette that I did with the Natasha Denona palette, going from lightest to darkest. You'll notice that the Surratt palette is a sheen, which is very flattering on mature eyelids, but it also creases right away. So really kind of, you have to pick your poison, I think. Although that's why liquid eyeshadows are so nice. I also went in with a smudger brush to blend in the black eyeshadow for the Natasha Denona side and brown for the Surratt side. So the smudger brush that I'm using, I got when a Ulta Angel recommended I try it for people who have trouble putting on eyeliner, and I've been using it ever since. It's a wonderful brush, and unfortunately I don't know if it's still available. Okay, here's another voiceover because again the struggle is real. These are swatches for the Made by Mitchell curve case. They're $23.60 a piece. I have two. The one light and lighter, made for pale and olive skin complexions. This brand was very popular on social media months ago because of their inclusive face palette, from deep for the melanated queens to light olive, and because it was affordable. Thank you to Lom5990 who recommended I try this product. They're absolutely beautiful. I can see where people went crazy for this because those colors are gorgeous. Lighter palette, and this is the light palette, which is also gorgeous. This purple is calling out to me, so we're gonna definitely try that first. And I'm gonna use my fingers. I love using my fingers. I'm gonna start off with Cold Hard. Dipping the fingers in and gonna tap it. It's pretty. So let's put in a little bit of this color as a contour. Let's try this one. Put a little bit of the, go back to the purple, put a little bit like right here. Okay, so on this side I'm going to try the lighter case, and again I'm going to go in with this purpley color, which is called Electric Petal. So clean fingers. Okay, cute. And let's put this here like I did on the other side, just to brighten up the color. A little purple never hurt, right? I'll just layer some more, see if I can get more on this side. See, wow, okay, no, that works. Easy to blend, really nice colors. You can have a lot of fun with this. So this is my first impression of these products. I like the Rare Beauty color. I think it's a really nice contour bronzer situation, but the liquid products are a little trickier for me. This one is easier to use than her blush, or her liquid blush, but It's one of those things where you have to blend it out enough to blend, but not so it's gone. So I'm playing with it a little bit more. I think the Westman Atelier, just because it's a stick, was easier to work with for me. As far as the Natasha Denona eyeshadows, some of them went on like a dream, beautiful, smooth. Except I did have a hiccup on one of the shades. Made by Mitchell was the biggest surprise for me because I had seen some reviews and people were talking about how it's, you know, very waxy or very doesn't set, and honestly for me, because my skin again is dry, it actually worked beautifully and the colors are gorgeous. I really like the variety that you get. It's very affordable. So I think that it's interesting because I think it's marketed towards younger people, but I think that if you have mature skin, you actually might really enjoy this product. So first impression was 10 out of 10 for me, in my opinion. If you're still with me, thank you. Before I go, I want to mention that I've created a Patreon where I will host makeup blogs and other content. In case you don't know, my background, my professional background is in writing, and I have about a dozen makeup blogs that I had written previously that I'm putting on this Patreon. I also want to put exclusive Lisa Eldridge video where I compare Lisa Eldridge products, take a deep dive and compare them to other luxury products. I want to do behind the scenes as well. So all of that content will be available on my Patreon. It's $3 a month. I just want a place where I can store my writing. So for $3 you can look at it, and then if you decide you don't like it, you can just not pay the $3 the following month. So that's also, if you happen to become a Patreon member and you do like it or you have some suggestions, please feel free to let me know. I will adjust accordingly. Thank you for watching. Abortion is healthcare. Don't forget to wear sunscreen. Peace.